India's independence movement, a history of incidents and successes. The Indian independence movement was a long and complex struggle that lasted for over a century. It was a time of great upheaval and change, as Indians fought for their freedom from British rule. The movement was marked by both successes and failures, but ultimately it achieved its goal of independence. The early years of the movement. The first stirrings of the Indian independence movement can be traced back to the early 19th century. At that time, there was a growing sense of Indian nationalism among the educated elite. This was fueled by a number of factors, including the rise of Western education, the impact of the Industrial Revolution, and the growing influence of the British Empire. In 1885, a group of Indian intellectuals founded the Indian National Congress, INC. The INC quickly became the main platform for the Indian independence movement. The early leaders of the INC were moderates who sought to achieve self-government for India through peaceful means. However, as the movement gained momentum, more radical leaders began to emerge. The rise of Gandhi. One of the most important figures in the Indian independence movement was Mohandas Gandhi. Gandhi was a lawyer and a social reformer who became known for his philosophy of non-violent resistance. Gandhi believed that Indians could achieve independence without resorting to violence. He called on Indians to boycott British goods and to engage in civil disobedience. Gandhi's non-violent methods were very successful in mobilizing the Indian people. They also helped to turn international opinion against British rule. In 1930, Gandhi led a major protest against the British salt monopoly. This protest, known as the Salt March, was a turning point in the independence movement. The partition of India. The British finally agreed to grant India independence in 1947. However, the independence movement had also unleashed a wave of religious violence. The Hindu and Muslim communities were deeply divided, and there was widespread fear of what would happen after the British left. In the end, the British agreed to partition India into two separate countries, India and Pakistan. The partition was a bloody and chaotic affair. Millions of people were displaced, and hundreds of thousands of people were killed. India after independence. India faced many challenges after independence. The country was poor and underdeveloped, and it was struggling to cope with the influx of millions of refugees. However, India also had a strong sense of national unity, and the people were determined to build a new nation. India made rapid progress in the years after independence. The economy grew, and the standard of living improved for many people. India also became a major player on the international stage. The successes of the Indian independence movement. The Indian independence movement was a success in a number of ways. It achieved its ultimate goal of independence, and it helped to unite the Indian people. The movement also helped to raise India's profile on the international stage. The Indian independence movement also had a number of positive social and economic consequences. It helped to promote democracy and secularism, and it led to the development of a strong sense of national identity. The movement also helped to improve the lives of millions of Indians, who were able to gain access to education, healthcare, and other essential services. The challenges of independence. While the Indian independence movement was a success, it also left a number of challenges in its wake. The partition of India led to widespread violence and displacement. The country was also poor and underdeveloped, and it faced a number of social and economic problems. Despite these challenges, India has made great progress in the years since independence. The economy has grown rapidly, and the standard of living has improved for many people. India has also become a major player on the international stage. The future of India. India faces a number of challenges in the 21st century. The country is still poor and underdeveloped, and it is struggling to cope with the growing population. India also faces a number of security threats, including terrorism, separatism, and climate change. However, India also has a number of strengths. The country has a strong sense of national unity, and it has a vibrant democracy. India also has a young and growing population, which is a source of potential strength. The future of India is uncertain, but the country has a bright future if it can address its challenges. India is a rising power, and it has the potential to play a major role in shaping the world in the 21st century.